Hello students. Students, today we are going to start with French Revolution. We talk about liberty, equality and freedom. So have you ever thought where these ideas came from? Actually, these ideas of freedom, liberty and equality, they are the legacy of French Revolution. जब भी हम इन चीज़ों के बारे में बात करते हैं तो ये सोचने की बात है कि आइडिया आया कहाँ से. So revolution. Now, first you must understand the meaning of revolution. What revolution means? Revolution is actually, when people are not happy, they revolt, they rebel, they fight against for their rights. So similarly, when the people of France, when they were, under pressure, they were not happy, they were leading a very miserable life. There were so many reasons for their being unhappy. And then, revolt is never the work of one day. It takes ages and ages to build up into or culminate into a revolt. Similarly, when we talk about French Revolution, we are to talk about the main incidents. So we'll just start with the Bastille. It's a prison where the prisoners were kept under the despotic rule. So on 14 July 1789, the city of Paris was in state of alarm. Why? Because troops were employed over there, and people, they had gathered more than 7,000 of people, they were there, and they were actually searching for ammunition, weapons. Now they were in full form. They were ready to revolt against the king, and they wanted to gather the weapons to fight against the authorities only. So what they did was they went into the army barracks and they took the weapons, and they got together and they broke Bastille. It was the prison. It was very, I will say, it was badly, people were against that. Every person who was punished, they were put into Bastille, the prison. So the first of all, they collectively they broke Bastille and they released 7 prisoners. Only very few prisoners were there, but you won't believe that every brick of the prison, it was sold in the market in the way of to keep it as a souvenir. Souvenir means एक निशानी के तौर पे उसको रखने के लिए बाजार में उसकी एक एक ईंट तक बिक गई कि लोगों के मन में इतनी नफरत की थी कि इस जेल में लोगों को डाला जाता है. They were not happy actually. And why the situation is? The reason is why they were put, people were under, actually thing is that 90% of the population was peasantry, that is farmers. बहुत कम लोग थे जो बाकी 10% के थे, they were in the elite class, we would say. So जो गांव में रहने वाले the peasants, they were not having, they were landless basically. They didn't have land even. And the thing is that when King Louis XVI, when he came into power, the treasure was empty. खजाने खाली थे. Earlier, King Louis XIV and Louis XV, they were leading an extravagant life. बहुत पैसा waste किया, and they had actually wasted money in wars. And this was the main reason. And they took loans also. They had to pay heavy debt, and just to pay the debt, the taxes were imposed on the common people. Taxes were imposed on the common people, and ultimately the whole burden was on the peasantry, the farmers only. They had to pay, they had to bear the brunt of all these taxes. Why the taxes were imposed? Just to pay debts. Why to pay the debts? Because money was wasted on wars. Now, what wars are we talking about? So it is that, the society of the French society, it was divided into 3 estates. Now it is if you will say, first estate, okay? First estate, okay? Then the second estate, and then the third estate. Third estate. Now, who belong to the first estate? The clergy. Second estate, it belongs to the nobility. And third estate belongs to the, in this, different businessmen, then peasants, then land laborers or artisans. So they were all here. It basically, these three estates who were the privileged one. So they were the privileged ones, we would say. We say why they are the privileged one, because the taxes, just because they were allowed to pay no tax, it is the nobility. Now you should know who are the clergy. They are the people who belong to the church. And nobility, they were the kings, queens, and who belong. It was believed that they had the right to pay no taxes. That is, no taxes. No taxes. So thing is that now clergy, they were the blessed ones, they had to pay no taxes. The nobility, they had to pay no taxes. The burden was now on the peasantry. The taxes which we were talking about to pay the debts and all. So the peasantry who were working as laborers on the land was also not there. They had to bear the face all the problems. So they were unhappy lot. They were unhappy, and mostly the big businessmen, merchants, and court officials, lawyers, they belong to the third estate. When the society was divided into three estates, now the why this clergy people, they took tithes, that is the taxes, some part from the peasants. They took on their own tithes. So these peasantry, the third estate, they were overburdened. They were basically overburdened. So now just let me make it clear that I'll just rub it. So they were overburdened by all paying the debts. So they were unhappy. Now the society, what happened? Now when they had to fight for their own rights, they had to fight for their own needs, because the people who were blessed, people who were in position, people who belonged to the church, they were paying no taxes. Rather, they were oppressing these peasantry. So what happened is struggle to survive. Now a time came, the church to extract its share of taxes called tithes. That is, the peasants and finally all the members of the third estate had to pay the taxes to state. State is the authorities. Now the struggle to the population of France rose to 23 millions in 1715 to 28 million in 1789. So this led to the rapid increase of demand for food grains. When the population rose, of course, more of the food grains were required. So this led to the production of grains could not keep in pace with the demand. So the price of bread rose. So what happened? The price of bread rose. So bread was the staple food. Bread was the staple food. The price of bread rose. So it became a problem. So, but the wages did not keep pace. Wages were less. They did not keep pace with the rise in prices. So it was a big thing. So wages were less. Wages were less. So the gap between the poor and the rich widened. The gap between the rich and the poor widened. And this led to the subsistence crisis, something that occurred frequently. So what is subsistence crisis? An extreme situation where the basic needs of livelihood are endangered. So when people were not able to make their both ends meet, the situation was very alarming. People were not able to make the both ends meet. It was, it is called subsistence crisis. When the staple food, they could not even get staple food, that's bread, the basic food. They were not able to buy it. Why? Because the wages were very less. They could not cope up with the rising prices. Who? The peasantry. So for everything, the peasantry or the farmers, they were oppressed. So they were an unhappy lot. They were an unhappy lot. So then the growing middle class envisages an end to privileges. Now, this gave a right, we can talk about the middle class. How did the middle class came into being? This is where the middle class, came into being. That is the people who were educated, who belong to the third estate. The farmers also belong to the peasantry also belong to the third estate. Even the businessmen, the lawyers, they were educated. They also belong to the thirds. They had brains. Now they could review the whole situation. They had meetings among themselves. They said, why to be oppressed by these clergymen or the nobility? So they started having meetings and all. This is how the third middle class came into being. So when middle class came into being, it meant something. Now we would say, yes. So it is that when the third, now we are into this page, now you just see over here, the clergy, the nobility, and all these three states are mentioned over here. Okay. Yes. Struggle to survive. So this is when they could not, we are talking about subsistence crisis. After that, growing middle class. So when the middle class came into being, they now became active, and they were the one who initiated the basis of the revolt. So they were educated being, they could review the whole situation. They knew how to create a aura to means fight for their own rights. Now, causes for French Revolution, if we talk about causes, why these people had this in mind that they had to revolt? There were certain reasons to it. That is, wars and economic crisis. Why economic crisis arose? Because when King Louis XVI came into power, the treasuries were empty and the nation had gone into deep debt. And 7 years of war was going on for America. They actually helped the Revolutionary War in America under Louis XVI. In this war, France helped America to release its areas from this colonialism. So when they helped America to release their annexed areas, which were under colonial rule, so what happened? They had to pay a lot of money. So due to helping America to be away from this colonial rule, they were under debt. And this was one of the economic reasons. Then excessive taxation was there. People were burdened by taxes, as I told you. They had to pay taxes and all. So they were not happy. The first estate, they were not allowed to pay taxes because they belonged to the clergy, and clergy, they were the blessed beings. The second estate, it considered landlords, men of noble birth and ancestors. Even they were not allowed to pay the taxes. They were free. They were not asked to pay the taxes. But the third estate, they were the ones who had to pay the taxes. So, and the most of the population, that is the 90% of the population was in the third estate. Then, of course, the rise of the middle state, this middle class came into being. The influence of the philosophers. Like when we talk about the growing of the middle class, this is when people, philosophers, then businessmen, they all had meetings among themselves. Even the philosophers, they had great impact on towards the French Revolution. The philosophers, we can name few of the philosophers like Montesquieu and Francis, and not Voltaire. Then we can talk about Rousseau. So they were the ones who gave the idea of freedom to people. They gave the idea of freedom to people, and they actually motivated people to fight for the rights. So this is how revolution started. These were the roots of the revolution. Unhappiness always creates roots for revolution. So this is when the peasant, the 90% of the population, which was under the burden of debts, under the burden of paying taxes, they were unhappy. They were not able to create means both ends meet. This was the time of subsistence crisis. Hence, third middle class came into being, and then many of the philosophers, they also got together and they actually released the idea of freedom, and people, they started working on the idea of revolution. Thank you.